Hello everyone, this is Chris with ValorVDC. Today I'd like to talk about slab penetration drawings. Not sleeve drawings. These are the drawings that end up where all your pipes penetrate the slab so the GC can verify that you have all your turnups accounted for and they don't have to cut their nice, new, pretty poured slab. Okay, now that we're in Revit, I've opened up an old project I did a few years ago for a school. And also, one thing to note is this model is all built off fabrication objects. Most of my videos are done off Revit families, but these are fabrication objects, just so you guys know that it does work with fabrication objects. Now, normally you'll create a view and then you'll have your sleeve drawing. It's just a view that sticks about a foot above the ground and it shows all your piping below. And in order to create the penetration drawing, what I would normally do is I just go to the view range and I would just shrink it down so you can see the slab. But as I said before, if you've got multiple datums where you have step down balconies and loading docks, and it just gets complicated, it's hard to hide the pipe and everything. But the Valor VDC way is we would just basically sleeve it, but not use sleeves. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go here, you need to load the family. So what we'll do is we'll go here and you need to go to your C drive, users, public, document, Valor VDC, families, sleeves, and you'll pull in the penetration marker and you'll just load it in. I'm not going to load it, I already got it in here. And then what you can do is you can do it the old fashioned way is you can go ahead and you can just pull it right in and then click, 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 click. And then try to align them and it'll work, but that's not going to work for your tagging, which we'll get into later. The way we do it here at ValorVDC is we go to our BIM Tools tag, we go to sleeving, and then we'll hit this and we'll just go to floor sleeve and we'll start placing our sleeves. So we'll find a pipe and we'll just place it there. It's going to say there's no floor intersection because this pipe is above. So before we do that, let's shift gears into a 3D view. We'll just place them in 3D. We'll do the same thing. We'll come back and we'll go here and we'll click and we'll click. And then you'll see that they come in. Each one is 2-inch. And it also gives you these abbreviations, the host system, and the size for your tagging. But that's inefficient. Nobody wants to click 100 times or more and have to place these. So the other way we do it is we'll come in here and we'll do the exact same thing, but we'll check this box right here. And then we'll say place sleeves by floor and we'll select the slab and nothing will happen. Yes. Just like our sleeves, if you have models linked in with floors, it's not going to work. It's a bug I'm working on fixing. I just haven't quite got there yet. But what you can do is you can go to manage links and you can unload your links. Now I come here, I can go back, hit that, hit that, hit that, and voila, we have 120 sleeves placed. It's going to tell us that 58 curves were skipped because they didn't pass through the floor. 99% of these are drains. So when you go in here and you see a drain, you don't see a penetration marker as you do here, because there's a drain and your pipe's not going through your floor. Just like the sleeves, it's intelligent enough to know that you don't need the marker there because you have a drain. And more drains, I got more drains here and here. I'm pretty sure if you measure it out, it's going to be 58. It's not going to pick up these here. These pipes here are outside the slab. I did that purposely so that I can show you how to do it outside the slab. So what we'll do is we'll go back here and we'll go to the penetration marker. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and put these in manually. Boom, boom, boom. I think there's one here. There's one here. There's a bunch of them right here. We'll go boom, 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 boom. That should be all of them, maybe minus one. Now what we'll do is we'll go back to the 3D view and we'll come in here and we'll go back to our sleeving tool and we'll go to realign element, which I have as a keyboard shortcut is RE. So we'll click on this, and now we'll click the pipe, we'll click the sleeve, click the pipe, click the sleeve, click the pipe, click the sleeve. Okay, you see a recurring theme here, right? Click, click, click. Host object, then thing you want to move. That's how everything always works with our tools. And then we'll click this, we'll click this, we'll click this, and we'll click this. And so you can see we got them aligned minus these three. Okay, I didn't get them. That's fine. Now, when you use a realignment element, unlike placing them manually, when you click on them, you still get these parameters. So you can still tag, which is fantastic. And unfortunately, these didn't go, but that's fine. Now, one thing won't work with the realigned element is it doesn't change the size like it does with the floor sleeves. So if I come in here, I can hit 0.5 inch and they'll resize. But if we look at things that penetrate the floor, you can see I got a 2-inch pipe and then I got a 2-inch penetration marker. So it picks up those subtle differences. I'm working on also adding that into the realignment command. That'll be in a fix coming soon, but right now we're not going to worry about it. So going back to the floor penetration. So now I got all these pipes and everything showing, and all I want to do is just show the penetrations. Now we'll just go to visibility graphics. We'll come down here, we'll turn off our fabrication pipe. Work. And now all of a sudden we have every single hanger showing, or not hanger, penetration showing where everything was turning up. We have floor drain still showing, everything. So what we can do now is reload our links because we had to unload them for the sleeving process. So we'll hit this reload button and wait a few minutes for these to come through. I will pause the video. Okay, now that we got the links reloaded, we can now come in here for the second part of our video. But before I do that, let's just go ahead and copy these over. Boom, 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 boom. We'll use the realignment tool again. I'll hit RE on my keyboard and I'll hit this, pipe, this, and now everything is situated. So now we can go to the tagging part. First thing we need to do is load the tags in. Go back to load family, go back to users, public documents, ValorVDC, families, annotation, pipe accessory tag. You can set your own up, but this is the one that I've set up. Now I can come in here and I can start tagging these objects. So I can just hit TG on my keyboard for tag, which is typical Autodesk command. And I want to keep the leader and I want to free end. And now I can come in here and I can tag each one. So tell you exactly what it is. Super simple, right? Whoops, that tagged the water closet, not the thing. But as with everything, that takes a while, and I'm impatient, so I want to do it all at once. So we'll go here to annotation, tag all. We'll check this pipe accessory button. We'll add a leader, and then we'll say okay, and it's going to tag everything. And now all I got to do is just bring it all about and make it look the way I want it to look. Now, the other thing is you can also add dimensions to these. These are very simple to dimension. It's got these lines here that get grabbed by every dimension line, so they're super simple to dimension. You can do long dimensions or anything else. Also, if you have dimension lines on an angle, this isn't a dimension line, but you can still come in here and you can choose the center line of the tag, typically right there, and you can tag the center on other items because these go up. Also, each one of these, if I was to open it up in the family editor, contains a point. So this is my layout point. If you use SysQ, you can set it up to where SysQ will place a point on each one of these penetration markers. If you use APL, you can go ahead and just place an APL tag inside of here. If you use Vitalic Tools layouts for points, you can just put the Vitalic point in too. We here at ValorVDC, M is R. working on a point layout system that is coming soon that will allow you to export points, renumber points, do everything that the other guys do it, but in a much simpler format and one that's easier to maintain and be able to work. With all that said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at support@ValorVDC.com. Also, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is probably the best. It's the one I look at the most throughout the day. Furthermore, please hit that like button. It's not going to bite you. And don't forget to tell your friends about us. So share and subscribe and ring that bell. Have a great day. See you later.